Hello everyone, welcome back to the next 100% on the channel. Today we have the game Inside. It's a relatively easy story slash kind of puzzle game. It only took a few hours to complete and has 14 total achievements. Sadly, almost every single achievement is tied to a collectible.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
For the most part, this game is extremely simple and has very few controls. However, I do recommend doing a guide for all the collectibles, especially if you're like me and you end up getting a little lazy and miss a couple near the end. Um, if you want to play through it first without the collectibles, by all means you should. The game's pretty good. I don't really understand what it's about. I know it's something about mind control and whatever's going on in this world. But just the layout a little bit, as you can see here, I'm swimming backwards. This is because the first collectible is pretty early on in the game. Once we get to the first room, I'll show you what I'm talking about a little bit more, but there's these big spiky balls.
He said balls.
Balls.
You can't miss them once you find them, but they are kind of difficult to find and most of the time out of the way. But you do have to pull them out of this little socket or holder they're in, and afterwards it'll pop the achievement for you. So here's the first achievement of the game. It takes a little bit to pop, but here we go. So a little bit later on in the story, we get to our second collectible, and it's in this little back room bunker looking thing. So after this, this is one of the ones you just run up to it and pull it out of the socket, and once you do that, the achievement will pop after a few seconds. Don't be worried if they don't pop right away. Just to touch on one of the most important features of this game is the mind control machines. They look like this in almost every scenario. As you can see in the background, once you're on it, you can start moving the people in the background. Sometimes they're actually with you though, and you'll end up wearing it later in the game. But moving on past this story feature, we're going to get to our third collectible of the game. It's in this little back room once again where you pull out the vent, and once you find the collectible, you pull it, and the achievement will pop for you. So almost immediately after that achievement I just showed you, we come up on our next collectible, which is just down this ladder. This one's another easy one. You just pull it. You just have to go all the way down the ladder. This one's probably the easiest one to get to, but we get our next achievement. Moving forward with the story, this is one of the most important features as well, is this little one-person submarine. So you're going to take this for about 1/3 of the story, maybe even a little bit more. It might be around half. And you're going to drive this thing around in the water beneath you. This is also how you get the next set of collectibles. You have to do it. So as you can see here, we drive the submarine to this, and then we have to hop in the mind control machine and control this guy to come pull it for us. This is one of the most unique collectibles in this game. But once you pull it, it'll take a few seconds and the achievement will pop for you. So the next collectible is a little bit later on in the story, but this one you don't need the mind control machine or anything. You just climb up the ladder to get to this one. Once you do this, you just pull the little ball out of the socket, and after you do so, the next achievement will pop. There's a couple more that require the submarine, but I'll make sure to touch on them and let you know. So the next collectible requires you to use this torch to fend off a pack of dogs. So before I get this achievement, please enjoy my death montage. After about 6 or 7 tries, we did eventually get this to work, and I did get this achievement. This is one of the most missable and by far the hardest one in this game. But as you can see here, we pulled it and we get our achievement.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
Oh look, another death montage. Jumping into the next section, quite literally, there's this girl floating in the water. She will kill you and she will start to chase you right away. If she catches up to you, she'll drag you down into the water and you'll respawn at your last checkpoint. This game does have pretty good checkpoints, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but it can get quite annoying. I died to her a couple times.
Get away from me, white bitch!
As you can see here, this is one where I just jumped in for some reason and she pulled me down and dragged me down. But like I said, checkpoints are pretty good. But you do have to get past her in one of these sections to get a collectible. So as you can see here, we're swimming, and you'll see on the right side of the screen that she'll come chasing after us.
Swim away! Swim away!
I did get caught the first attempt I was doing this, but if you do it pretty good, you'll get to this collectible. You'll pull it out of the socket, and you can either jump back in and let her drag you down to respawn you, or you can push this vent out and keep going. I do end up pushing the vent out because it's what the guide I was looking at told us to do. So like I said before, this girl becomes important to the story. We fall down here and I thought I did some misstep or something, but after a cutscene, she drags you down to the bottom of this, I don't think it's an ocean or anything, it's probably a lake.
The duck may swim on the lake, but my daddy owns the lake.
But she drags you all the way to the bottom. As you can see, this is a pretty long cutscene. But at the end of this cutscene, you're actually going to gain the ability to swim, so you won't need the submarine anymore. We abandoned it about probably 10 minutes before this for good. And she'll drag you all the way down. You'll get to this portion of the game, and there'll be fish surrounding you. And once you wake up, you are able to now swim. So this is an important feature for the next collectibles. As you can see here, I'm swimming to my next collectible. You pull it out, and you get your achievement. This one actually took about a minute and a half to pop, so as you can see here, the achievement's coming up a little bit late, but don't worry, they'll pop on your phone or off screen. So this next collectible is also one that you have to do by swimming. As you can see, there's a little platform up here. Luckily, nothing chases you in these portions of the game anymore. But once you get this collectible, you jump on the platform, pull it out, and then you'll get your achievement right away. This one popped shortly after. I didn't have to wait. So this is one of the more tricky collectibles and achievements in the game. You have to hit the box that I jump on beneath you and pull it up, and then you have to hit the button and jump back onto the platform I started this clip on.
Parkour!
So you have to hit this button, jump back on the platform, and once you do that, you'll reach the room with the collectible in it. This one took me a couple tries. It's not overly difficult. It will take you a few attempts more than likely. Once you do that, you just pull the ball out, and you'll get your achievement like usual. So if you're keeping track or you played this game before, you're supposed to know that this is the final achievement of the game. So you're supposed to collect all these balls, and then this last collectible is in this giant ball. I don't know the meaning of it or anything, but once you pull it inside there, this is supposed to be the final achievement of the game, but I missed a couple because I didn't follow the guide completely because I was kind of getting tired of following the guide. But here's our achievement. So the remaining part of this game is quite odd. We see that we get sucked into a tank and there's like an audience of scientists or other people looking at us. And then if you look to my right when I swim over there, we're also naked for some reason. I don't know if it sucked off our clothes or whatever.
And why are you naked?
But we try to get out whatever we can't. So we swim over to the right and you see this giant ball of people here in a second. And they all have the mind control devices stuck onto them.
All hail Plankton!
What's going on here?
All hail Plankton! Seize him, slaves! All hail Plankton!
So in this portion of the game, you have to pull out the mind control devices. There's 4 of them, as you can see on the screen. It's not difficult to do. You just hold A and pull them off. But after doing this, you somehow get pulled into the giant ball, and you become the giant ball. I guess it's all humans or whatever the people are in this game. I assume they're humans. But as you can see, we are now merged into the giant ball and we can control it. So we basically just make our escape throughout the rest of this portion of the game. And as you can see, we're still a giant ball, and you collect more people on the way and you become even bigger. But you get to the end of the game here, you run through the wall, or fall through the wall, I guess is the better explanation for it. But once you do this, you will be at the end of the game. Like I said, I missed a few collectibles, so we'll go back and get those in a second. But this is legit the end of the game. You fall down the hill as a giant human ball. You take out all these trees, and you fall at the edge of the lake, and that's the end of the game once you hit this light source. So I'm not quite sure what this game is about. I don't know if it has some underlying meaning that I'm missing, but let me know in the comments if you understand, if there's lore to this game. But yeah, so jumping right back in, we're gonna have to go get the rest of the collectibles. So I only missed a couple of collectibles in this game. This one is a bug, the pig pen. You'll know what I mean. I showed the pig earlier.
Oink. Oh my god. Yes, he's something, isn't he? Are those fists? Damn right, show him, pig.
You just jump across. This one's a little bit hard to land, but after you get across, you get your collectible and you get your achievement. We replay until the final achievement of the game. This is where you collect all the people. I didn't show this portion of the game because I didn't want to spoil it too much, but you do collect people throughout the game, and you have to get them to help you to pull this collectible. It's one of the harder ones, but once you pull it, you wait a couple seconds, you'll get your achievement. That's the final achievement of the game. Hope you all enjoyed this game. It was pretty fun. I do recommend it, and I'll see y'all next week.
1, 2, 3, 4.